There was a teacher that was so special and had this ability to connect learning with fun and interaction to where today I still remember so many lessons from 6th grade science and history class. I was able to learn from him because he cared.
The fact that she was always there for me. She always wanted to see me excel, and she saw more in me than I could have ever even imagined. She saw something, I don't know if it's like the teacher just bell, you know, the little light bulb went off in her head and she knew that there was something special in me, but she really saw something in me that no one had ever pointed out or no one had ever seen, and or even myself had ever seen. And so
because she saw every student that walked into her room as more than just a number. She would notice the little things, if it was a simple change in personality or a new shirt or a new haircut, and she would always make sure to acknowledge those, because she not only inspired me to be a better teacher in my future, but she also gave me advice every morning when I was in her classroom. When I was upset about college applications or I was just struggling to get through the college applications, and she just reminded me constantly that it's my education and it's nobody else's. So it doesn't matter what other people think, it just matters that I'm happy and that I feel like it's the right thing for me.
I struggled a lot throughout high school with depression and anxiety, but these two teachers have been with me since the beginning, and they've let me confide in them when I'm feeling down, and they've given me a lot of good advice and helped me through some really, really tough moments.
He went out of his way to get to know his students. He truly cared about what we had going on, not only inside the classroom, but outside of the classroom, and wanted to make sure that he was involved in our lives and knew what was happening, and really took an interest in everything that we did.
In elementary school, my favorite teacher always really would foster creativity through things like show and tell, and just kind of free time like that to really help, as a kid, you know, encourage us to really be ourselves. Would always find a way to make class fun in ways that I personally didn't expect, in ways I didn't think was possible. And I was really just took from that in things that you wouldn't normally find fun, make them fun, because that'll just make everything better for you and those around you.
My teachers, they believed in me, they saw my talents, they supported them. They really cared, not just about the subject matter that they were teaching, but you could tell that they really, truly cared about the students.
I think of how special she made every kid in her class feel, and the lessons she taught. Even now that I'm 40 years old, I think about some of the books she read us and how she would wear specific jewelry to match the book she was reading us without telling us anything about the book yet. I just remember her and all the wonderful things she did for us as a class.
During the first week of school, I came to you and I was complaining about my locker for the year. It was too far from my classes and far from all of my friends. Without hesitating, you walked over to the counter, cleared a space, and said, "Here's your new locker." So during 8th grade, you were my locker. I came in between every single class period to talk with you, to laugh with you. You would offer advice and take care of me if I was upset. You were always there if I needed you.
She listened with intent as I detailed all of my plans through high school, college, and my professional career, gave me sound advice, and validated my talent every day. She never stopped encouraging me over the years and continues to do so even now.
He instilled into me the belief that I had the ability to do whatever it is that I set my mind to. He always taught me to be disciplined, stay focused on my dreams, and he was always there to remind me that I had the ability to become a better person and to follow whatever it is that I set my mind to.
And I kind of came to her as a very shy girl who didn't think I even had a shot at making it in the business world, because I only liked to speak when I was called upon, and I didn't freely just let people know my ideas. But she took me aside one day and told me to just be confident and have faith in my ideas and to just let everyone know what I think, because a lot of the times they did end up being great ideas, but nobody would know if you don't say anything.
You know, they made the world more relevant for me, more interesting and exciting. And I think what I really loved most about these teachers is that they challenged me to think about different perspectives. They really broadened my horizons and really encouraged me.
So, Mr. Hurst, thank you so much for seeing me as more than a number on your roster, another name to learn at the beginning of the school year. You saw me for me.
Mr. Mason, thank you for all that you have done for me in the past and continue to do for your students. It really means a lot. more than anyone will ever give you credit for.
Miss Paula Young, I know you know I'm talking about you because you know you are one of my biggest mentors and biggest role models that I could have ever imagined in my entire life. If it wasn't for you, like I said, I could truly have no idea where I'd be right now.
It would be thank you, Miss Dickens, for helping me get where I am today in one full piece, and for giving me the best advice that I could have as a future teacher, which is that even though the student may seem like they're having a bad attitude or having a bad day, sometimes there's more going on within their background, and you just have to be willing to pay attention and see them as more than a number.
So I would like to tell Mr. Long of AP Government at Central High School and Mr. Houston of AP Geography that you really made an impact on my life.
Mr. DeVue, Mrs. Parrott, Mrs. Aikman, there's too many to list off. Thank you for being as selfless as you are and giving of yourself for the betterment of the future.
Thank you, Shelley Swafford, for believing in me and going above and beyond in regard to teaching me.
Miss Blank, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be where I am today. I would still probably be this shy girl who never said anything unless somebody asked me. And it's taken me a long way in my career. I have the confidence to speak up and let my coworkers know my ideas.
Say a big thank you to Mrs. Wilson, Coach Ketchum, and Mrs. McClure for getting me to where I am today, and that I really carried your messages to heart and continue to use them now. So just keep doing what you're doing because it's really working and your students really appreciate it.
Jeff Robbins, I want you to know that every relationship I create, every bond that I share, every inside joke is because you taught me what it means for a teacher to love a student. Because of you, I've had the privilege of knowing and loving on and being loved by some of the most incredible young men and women. Thank you so much for inspiring me to lead this very incredible life.
Mrs. Daly, if you could hear this, I would hope you know that even when I was in second grade, you had an influence on my life, and I still think about all the fun times I had at Parkview and in your class, and how wonderful of a teacher you were.
Thank you again, Major Gunter, for all that you did for me, as well as Master Sergeant Mayo and Master Sergeant Mickles. Then if it wasn't for you guys, I would have never chased my dreams and become the successful woman that I feel that I am today.
Abby Harriman and Ann Ackus, I love y'all so much, and I hope this video just shows you a little bit of how much I love you. So thank you for everything you've done for me. I wouldn't trade you two for the world.